I'd like some trews, you'll get some trews shortly. Where is my trews? Here is your trews right now. Here is some trews right now from me. Here is the trews, this is the trews. Exams in Move bid for fasting Muslims. Call to move GCSEs to avoid Ramadan. Here you can sort of feel the implication. Why should we move our GCSEs for their bloody Ramadan? The GCSEs, that's our proudest tradition. What, GCSE Day? Ever since I was a little boy, I used to celebrate GCSE. Is it GCSE Day, mister? Yes, go and get me a goose for GCSE. Get the finest goose in the shop. Probably because children are fasting during Ramadan and it's affected their GCSE results. It's probably quite sensible. I don't have like a sentimental attachment to GCSE Day. Oh no, it's not GCSE Day now. Do you know why? Because of bloody Ramadan. Extremists working as psychiatrists in NHS. Yeah, why do we have an NHS? It's just full of extremists. We shouldn't have... Right, get rid of it, because there's probably more extremists. A doctor treating vulnerable patients is a senior leader of radical Islamic, again, party that seeks to ban same-sex relationships and oppress women. Don't pretend that you're really pro-women and same-sex relationships just because it suits you for a few paragraphs. Dr. Imran Wahid is a consultant psychiatrist at Birmingham and Solihull Mental Health Trust. So what they want to happen is for us to have a suspicion of the NHS and Muslims. It's a perfect story from the Telegraph there. How long has Jeremy Paxman been reducing students to jelly with his impossible questions and withering put-downs? Every week I put on my television, 8:30, University Challenge, there he is, putting students down with his withering put-downs and impossible questions. Pack it in, Jeremy. It's a quiz show. All of the students concede to it. Jeremy's being paid. Oh yeah, no, I noticed it was on at the same time and it was taking place in a well-lit environment. It seemed to be quite formatted. Also, the questions aren't impossible. About 80% of them are successfully answered. That's the whole function of the quiz. And the withering put-downs aren't that bad. Yeah, alright. Good point, yeah. No, actually, I was wasting your time there. Sorry about that. Sorry. Forget Saharan dust, says Boris Johnson. London's air can be pure as the Alps. We can't just forget the Saharan dust. There was the Saharan dust last week. We were meant to be terrified of that Saharan dust. Forget it. Forget everything that seems to be informing the actuality of the situation. London's air could be pure as the Alps. Well, what is it that makes the Alps air so pure? There's no industry, there's no cars, nobody lives there. Can it be as pure as that? Yeah, if we get rid of all the cars, all of the industry, don't anyone live here. There would just be one man, Boris Johnson, who looks like he'd frankly be better off in the Alps, doesn't he, with his white candy floss hair. You adorable maniac. The game is up for climate change believers. The game's up, says Charles Moore. It's up. It's a game. Believing in climate change was a game. It's a game where you believe that all this evidence that there's climate change, you know, stuff melting and that. That game, that's over and done with now. It's a different game now where we all die. It's called Who Can Have Enough Money to Survive in Armageddon. And I have one of the people that's got enough money. Behind all the layers of stupid Charles Moore, there is a divine being who is beautiful, who knows that we have to live in harmony with our planet. And even though Charles Moore's whole life, inculcation and education has taught him that he has to support the industries, energy companies, big industry that are destroying the planet, deep down, he knows that that isn't the right thing to do. I'm Charles Moore, and if it were up to me, I'd spend every day with these two fingers of mine up my smug little Botticello, only taking it out every half hour or so to run it across my top lip. Intruder, I wanted to meet Her Madge. That's about the bloke who tried to get into Buckingham Palace. Why are you doing this? I wanted to meet Her Madge. In you come then, mate. Fair enough. Just, come on, what's the problem? You don't seem to have understood the concept. Odiana of Kingston, South London said, I wanted to speak with the Queen and presumed the royal family would have welcomed me as their lost son. They don't even welcome their sons that warmly. Edward, for example, they appear to fucking hate. So I don't know why you, a man who was born in Nigeria, who is clearly not white, would be welcome to anything other than disdain. Why it's interesting is because it exposed that the guards at the front of the palace are not, they don't have any military power or indeed training, they're just sort of like a bunch of models stood there pouting with their bayonets, and in a way that's a wonderful symbol for the true nature of power. It's a masquerade, it's meaningless. Once you sort of push past it, well, not that he did successfully push past it, but if there was loads of us, we could just all go in there and go, I want to meet Her Majesty. Oh, yeah, no, come in. I want to get in bed with her. Oh, no, just get with her. I want to wake her up, I'm pressing my winky wheel in her back while she's sleeping. No, carry on. I'm not saying actually do it. I'm saying that we should. Will Miller pay tax on 1.4 million house sale? Focusing temporarily on Miller, it's interesting because I think it's like a little valve that lets off a little bit of the frustration at the sense of that politicians are corrupt, whilst not addressing the fact that the political system itself is corrupt. See, look, she has got a nice barn in the south of England and a lovely little sort of cube house and another house. She's got loads of houses, it seems, this lady. But that's, in a way, not really her fault. I mean, what I'm saying is if, like, a hysteria builds to the point where she has to be sacked because there's enough satirical cartoons and condemnatory columns, that's not a solution. What needs to change is this system that produces those kind of results. In fact, I've got a very interesting little tidbit of information here from a man called David Graeber. He says this, check it. In fact, it could be said that the last 30 years have seen the construction of a vast bureaucratic apparatus for the creation and maintenance of hopelessness. A giant machine designed first and foremost to destroy any sense of possible alternative futures. So like all of these papers, it's sort of like we complain, don't we, that sort of junk food, it can make you lazy, Britain may be blocked from EU arrest warrants, like we're, oh no, that woman's fiddling her expenses. We complain about it, but the possibility of an alternative is never raised. To do so, to maintain this machine of hopelessness, to do so requires creating a vast apparatus of armies, prisons, police and propaganda engines of every conceivable variety, most of which do not attack alternatives directly, so much as create a pervasive climate of fear, jingoistic conformity and simple despair that renders any thought of changing the world idle fantasy. Maintaining this apparatus seems even more important to the exponents of the free market, even than maintaining any sort of viable economy. So more important than making sure that the sort of economic and political system that we have functions well is the constant, insidious derision of any possible alternative. Because if people don't think that there's any alternative, it doesn't matter how unhappy we are with what is happening now, because there's no option. Just a quick look at the Daily Mail before I go out and smash up a mosque. Why is there still no monument to Maggie in her hometown? Well, let me talk you through. A lot of people didn't like her very much. Tomorrow is the first anniversary of the death of the most influential peacetime Prime Minister. It wasn't that peaceful, we actually bombed that boat for no good bloody reason. Take a walk from Margaret Thatcher's hometown, though, and you could be forgiven for thinking she hadn't spent her formative years there. Today, her childhood home is a health clinic, Living Health, specialising in chiropractic natural therapies. One wall of Alf Roberts' old shop is given over to an advert that reads, gift vouchers available here. Yeah, it's almost as if, like, you know, with no respect for community values, everything is regarded as a kind of a product that can be bought or sold, whether it's like council houses or nationalised industries like gas and steel. I just don't know where this kind of ideology could have emanated from. Dum, 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 dum. That was some truths today. That was your truths. That was your truths today. I want some more truths. There's no more truths. There's no more truths. Dum.